to Judy's lockdown 3.0 day 12. As expected, day 11 disappeared. I had a lovely day at school, and I came home, sat down, did some knitting, did some more knitting, did some more and more knitting, had my dinner, and then the knitting sent me to sleep, and I've had a really good night's sleep. And there's nothing better than a brilliant night's sleep. Went upstairs, didn't even watch the news, didn't watch any vlogs before I went to bed. I just went to sleep. So I think that's a win. Now, I do have to tell you that because I live on my own, I do have to channel my inner teenager. Look what I've brought down this morning from my bedroom. 5 cups. And if you've got teenagers in your house, you'll know the feeling. Now then, today's plans are, it's sew weekend for me, and I am going to try and make some clothes. I desperately want to make that cowl neck t-shirt, but I finally downloaded the Sew House 7 toaster sweater. So when I go through to have my breakfast in the living room, I'm going to actually get my laptop out and get that printed. I've been thinking about doing it for ages, and I've watched a vlog this morning by a lovely lady called Clare Who Makes Things. I will do my best to link to you, Claire. But if not, if you want to just comment and say, hello, I'm Clare Who Makes Things, come and find me, please do. I've really struggled to get the links copied over into my the description box when it's somebody else's YouTube account. And once or twice, if you don't get the actual wording with the capital letters and everything correct, I know for a fact that they don't, I know for a fact that unless you get the capital letters in the right places, in the space in the right places, you can get sent up with some really wonderful things. It took me ages to find Claire this morning, and thankfully she had something in her Instagram. So if I can't do that, I'll link Claire's Instagram in, and you can get the YouTube link from her description there. She has done a fantastic feature on jerseys. It's something that I was thinking of doing as well, because I've got a couple of different jersey patterns that I'd like to get going and making. Now, it's breakfast time, and then it might be run time, it might be supermarket time. I really don't know. Or it might be the farm shop. Welcome to Saturday run day. We are just waiting for our best friend to come. It'll just be Lexi today. They know she's going to come to the gate. They know something's up. And it'll be just off around the temple today. Still a bit of a nip in the air. And they're looking at the gate. There's a gate over there. Sorry, my garden's an absolute mess, but there's a gate and they know. I wonder if we can go this side. Hello. Hello, you. Are you going to give me a smile? Oh, you are. A nice big air sniff. Want to give me a nice big air sniff smile, Maggie? Yeah. So, hello there. Bit later on in the day, I've traced out the pattern and I've had you on time lapse as I've tried to think about the best way to lay this on. I do have the lay instructions, but I'm one of these that thinks, I could be left with quite a bit of fabric if I cut it out the way that the lay is suggested. It'd be really nice to make a t-shirt in the summer months. So my plan is to try and cut it all out of 1 metre. So my current view is I've done the first bit, and it's where can I fit in the arms of the sleeves? So where can I fit in the arms? Oh, Judy, what are you talking about? Oh. I haven't cut anything out yet. I am just playing with the lay, and playing with the lay can maximise your use of your fabrics. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to have a chat with you about this next project. What I meant by a charm quilt was using up my little bits of fabric. And I understand that you can buy packets of fabric which are charm sizes, and they're a 5-inch square, and you make up a very simple quilt using these 5-inch squares. That is fantastic, and that is roughly what I want to do, but me being me couldn't possibly do it the way that it is suggested. So I have looked at all the things that you've suggested to me, and I've got my phone out here, and one of the things that was suggested, which I really liked the sound of, and I actually checked it all out at lunch yesterday and wrote it down in my planner. I've got a bullet journal which I use very much my way. I have an overview for the year, and I put things in there that are really important. I've got quite a bit of space for each month. And then it's notes. And somebody suggested Quiltville. I can't remember which of you lovely people it was. And it is run by a lady called Bonnie K. Hunter. And she's a hopeless scrapaholic. Anyhow, I went on and I have ordered one of her books. I was ordering it yesterday at work. I forgot to press order. It should have come today. It's now going to come on Monday. Or knowing our Amazon man, he'll probably deliver it tomorrow, because our Amazon man is very efficient. So that is the plan. And what I want to do is to use it. And it is like a memory quilt, because I have made 1,100 face masks. Now that is a lot, and I don't think I ever want to see another face mask in my entire life. Here we go. And the wonderful thing about weights is, can you see? Let me just turn you around. Woohoo. So the book will come, going back to the book is due to arrive on Monday, and I have agreed with my lovely sort of class teacher that I work with, Laura, that I will try and stay at home on Tuesday. Now, it's down to how I feel without being around people on Tuesday, but I am going to try and stay at home on Tuesday, which means I've got a whole day to play quilting and sewing and jersey knits and the like. Now, instantly here, I can't really bring it over, but there is another centimetre I could claim back. And this is what I mean about playing with the lay. I remember once making a dress for my son's wedding. I don't talk about my son's wife. Actually, my son was married. Anyway, I made a dress for his wedding when he married Annabelle. And it was a beautiful dress. And I got some beautiful Indian silk from a shop in London called Joel & Son. And they're the people that have got the royal warrant. So that's where the Queen gets her fabric. So you can go in and you can have any colour that you want in any fabric, literally. It is a gold mine. It's amazing. Totally recommend it as a shop if you're ever making something that's extra special. It is the extra special shop. Now that's the little bit of facing that I need for this blouse. It's called the Enno top by where's the pattern envelope gone? C'est moi Patron. C'est moi le Patron. Le Patron? Le Patron. Le Patron? I'd love to learn to speak French. As you can see, my tea has now been changed to a glass of red. I have got my bubble coming for dinner, so I have just spent some time filleting some fish. Maggie and Poppy's noses are on organ stops. Now, by my careful moving around of the cutting, I might very well get a short sleeve top out of it. I might. I would certainly get something that does not require much fabric out of it if I keep this bit here and the bit that I've got down the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick you on time lapse while I cut you out, and then I'm going to whip out the overlocker. So good morning everybody, and what happened yesterday? Well, I've done some videoing, some beautiful videoing yesterday, and then my spot bubble came, and they came. I'm just going to have a look at you now before I get out the drive. Hannah and Michael came, which was absolutely lovely, but and we had such a lovely evening. We had some wine, and I have to hold my hands up and say that I've done loads of recording. I never got the chance to sort of edit it because I'd had some wine and I was very, very sleepy, and I knew that I was going out first thing this morning, so I just decided, right, we'll do days 11, no, 12 and 13 together. So this morning I'm on my way to Rachel's for a run. We didn't run on Friday because of the ice and me being a bit of a wuss. So this morning I'm setting off to Rachel's. I've got a fairly cold car, so my car won't want to go too fast just yet. There we go. I think it's because I've got everything going to try and defrost it. Oh, that's better. So here we go. Right, on the way to Rachel's on the A19, and it is very deserted. So here you are, you can come in on our conversation about how far we're running. We're just walking to show you how beautiful it is this morning. Can you see the dogs there? I've got Poppy and Rachel's over there with Maggie. Hello Rachel. Hello. It's very easy. We've got Poppy trained now, Maggie trained. She goes from me to Rachel when we do the handover. And we've got another runner coming down, so I'm just going to stop so I don't think she'll want to be on. So it's absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. So I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm just going to enjoy this. We are south of Selby, and this is the Aire.
It is.
It's the River Aire.
This is the river that flooded our house.
There you are, there's Rachel. What are you saying, Rachel?
Yeah.
I can't see you now.
I'm here.
Where are you?
This is the river that flooded our house. Well, didn't flood the house, but
Yeah,
flooded the village, and we are about 1.5 miles away from the village.
Isn't
So this is all floodplain here. So this river is supposed to just fill this when it floods, but it went so much further.
There's a lot of designated floodplain land around here, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Because I think the other side of the river is also designated floodplain land. Yeah, well, where Rachel took me on Christmas Day, where I had the fall into the puddle, that was flooding. That was where we had a scare about your village flooding up again.
Yeah, because that was the canal. It wasn't this river. It was the canal, which is way over there somewhere. Right,
cameras off. You guys must think I never get changed. So I'm wearing the same things as I wore yesterday, and it is definitely Sunday. Back for, my run with Rachel was utterly amazing, and I do hope you enjoy the footage. In the background she did some explaining about the flood she had last year. It was just absolutely amazing. Rachel's been really helping me get my fitness back following this awful accident. So I'm stood here in the sewing room finally, but I have done soup, I've done bread, I've done cleaning, and no top is getting there. So what I've done, I'm going to put you back onto time lapse because I've got Sean on in the background, and I want to try and listen to the conversations going on the Hangouts. I've now got my overlocker threaded up in white because it needs, it requires, very early on, you put some facing behind, and it requires a little bit of top stitching to do on the cover stitcher. Now, as I've said before, the cover stitch machine is something I really need to get to grips with. Kitchen. I'm not very good at this twirly lark yet, but look at this. Now I need to iron the back because the facing is not laying flat, because I have not ironed it. If it is laying flat, It's a miracle. So here it is. I'm not a particularly busty person, so I struggle with the cowl knit. I don't have the sort of the bust out here to fill it up, but it's just a top for work, a gently comfortable top to wear. The sleeves are long, but I like to pull my sleeves up and have some gathering up here as a bit of a feature. So I'm pulling the sleeves up there, and as the top sits, it's going to itch there, I'm really happy. Now, what I've had to do to this is I've had to lift it here because this bit of me is ridiculous. I know I have chunky arms, that's where I want to lose the weight. But this bit of me around here is ridiculously slender. It always has been. And I don't want, when I first made it, the shoulders were off the edge. Now I've got the shoulders back up here. My bra straps aren't on show. Isn't it just gorgeous? Now, I'm not certain if this is the fabric that Shona had in her shop that she kept selling out of. But I got this from Socialising in York. I absolutely love it. It is brilliant. I adore it. I am going to be making more of this pattern. Here it is there. It's the Emo top by Singuliere Patron. It's a French company and I got it from So Wardrobe. One thing I wanted to tell you about was that today an unexpected delivery came from Amazon. It's the Bonnie Hunter book that I will have told you about earlier on in today's vlog. So I'm going to have a jolly good look at this tonight. It's got so much about scrap quilts. I think before I move forward with the scrap quilt idea, I need to have a jolly good look at this book. Your suggestions have been amazing, but I am going to sew up those scraps. I'm adoring this top. I just at the moment am printing off the, is it Hey June Handmade Sheridan sweater, because in here I have got my unicorn fabric that needs sewing up, and I'm thinking Sheridan sweater. What do we all think to a Sheridan sweater? Now, I'm not a wrap dress person, so I'm very clearly stepping out of my comfort zone. I want to explain why I'm using the overlocker. One is to get used to using the overlocker for things other than jersey. And secondly, this is a viscose. Viscose does fray. And I thought, ooh, and it's a really delicate fabric and it will be a bit quicker than using a French seam. Now, this is one of the brand new Atelier Brunette viscoses, and I've done the sleeves. I've put a little bit of overlocking at the bottom there. So far so good. I'm liking what I see. I know Rachel was talking about Meredith dresses when I was out with her today. I've got it over the top of my top. So I've actually done quite well. I've got the sleeves in. I've got the binding for the back of the neck in. I've made the binding which forms the tie. The next thing I need to do is to create the hem down the front, and it is actually a hem that is folded in on itself as so and sewn down, and that will have to be done on the sewing machine. So that will be this is a dress where it's going to check my ability to do certain techniques. Be on my toes. I know I can do it. I'm just going to have to be careful and go slowly. It's been great to get it together as far as this, and I've done far more. So before I do anything else, this is going to be finished. No more UFOs. I'm going to finish it. Now, next thing I wanted to talk to you about was how often I'm going to do these vlogs. If I do them every day, you're going to get a bit of dog walking, a bit of sewing, maybe a bit of food. So I thought, let's just spread them out. So I thought the first thing I'd do was I won't be doing them the days I work, which are Mondays and Fridays. and maybe not on a Wednesday, but I will try and do them every other day. If I don't pop up, don't panic. I'll just do the days all into one, but I'm going to try and do them more regularly than once a week. I just don't want the content of the vlog to become monotonous, and I'm feeling it might do. Once we get into the quilt, maybe they'll be a little bit more frequent, but let's just see how it goes. But I am still here. Send me a message on Instagram. I'll make you smile via Instagram. Put a comment down below. I'll make you smile on your comment down below. At the end of the day, we got to keep happy and we got to keep smiling. I'm going to sign off for now. I hope you've enjoyed my weekend. I've had a lovely weekend, but I do need to eat. So I need to go over to my kitchen and I need to make myself some dinner. Dinner's all planned. It's all been timed in perfectly. When the camera finished, it was recording for half an hour. I was going to make my dinner. I'm going to get my dinner cooking. In the half an hour that my dinner is cooking, I'm going to roll the bread and get that proving. So for now, with my half-made Amourette dress and my lovely new top, I'm going to sign off and I'm going to say I'll see you on Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm not vlogging. Hannah and Michael are coming again. I've mastered spaghetti carbonara, Slimming World way. And if I get round to it, I will video that. But also, I'm finding it easier to record at this end of my sewing table rather than the other side. I think it's the light must bounce off these curtains better than getting lost into the kitchen. So, it's just a question of time, and I must get my sewing bunting done for up here. I've got so much to do. I've got so much to keep myself busy. It's just how much sewing I can get done in a day, because I want to finish one project before I start the next. I'll see you soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.